So, yesterday I played actually two games in front of the YouTube video, and I lost one and I won one. Uh, I lost the first one because of my stupid mistake, and I won the second one because of my opponent's stupid mistake. And what I want to do today is I want to play another game, 10 plus 5 rapid game, and I will try to get white pieces, and I'll try to play the King's Gambit. The reason I'm going to play the King's Gambit is because I like King's Gambit a lot, and I have been studying the King's Gambit for a long time. I'm not saying that I know all the theories. I even don't know. I know the first typical moves and the general idea of the King's Gambit, but I don't know all the variations and all the intricacies that goes into King's Gambit. And when I looked at the King's Gambit, I immediately realized that it can be a very dangerous game for both black and white, especially for white because there are a lot of different variations one can delve into, and if black knows what they're doing, they can equalize. Also, they can threaten a lot of stuff of white, and it's a very unpleasant position for white to play against. But I'm still going to play it. I'm still going to see if I can convert this into a winning game, and it's a very fun game. And part of learning the opening is actually diving deep and actually playing the game and try to analyze your games later. Even if you lose, you will learn a lot about openings, and there is no fun on learning a opening just so that you can then not play this game. You know, so it's all about like learning how to play games, how to win games properly, and analyze it, and then see what your opponent does, what you did wrong, what your opponent did wrong, what you could have done better, what was your opening theory, what was your preparation, when the preparation ended, what could have been included more in your preparation. So let's see. No one is taking my challenge yet. Maybe I would take. Okay, this is sad. Okay, maybe I would take this challenge. Okay, maybe yeah, maybe. I'm getting the black pieces. I don't want that. But when you have to play what you can. So I am thinking of this move, and I don't know the theory, so I don't think I am going to play this. I'm just going to play positionally, and let's see what my opponent comes up with. I am a bit sad that I didn't get to play the King's Gambit, but it is what it is. So now I'm guessing there is this Vienna Gambit somewhere around here. He is blocking his own bishop with this move e3, which consequently hits the knight. I am going to play this prophylactic move a6 to block out his bishop from coming to this diagonal. So he has to go here. Or maybe he can develop my bishop first. Yeah, I am going to do that. Now, because he did not play the move e4, I am going to clamp down on this center. Okay, he is playing very passively for some reason, and I think I have a way to punish this. Let's start with this move. Let's start with this prophylactic move. Stop him from coming here. Wow, he is really playing very passively. Okay, okay, I'll give him that. Okay, I guess. I am threatening to play e5, and I am threatening. Okay. So he is threatening my bishop, which is, I guess, a decent move, and I don't see any good squares but to drop my bishop back to this position because I don't want to give up my bishop for the knight. Usually that's a bad sign in chess because bishops are generally more valuable than a knight. So now my opponent goes here, which is I guess a nice move. I am going to try to blunt this bishop out on g4, out on g5, and let's see if I can induce the move. Let's see if I can use. Okay, no. Let's develop my bishop. Let's develop my bishop first. Let's pre-anchor my bishop and let's try to develop my bishop on this long diagonal. And let's see if I can induce this move later. So now I'm going to pre-anchor my bishop. This is pretty much still a good amount of theory. And now I'm going to castle. I think he is preparing the move e4. I don't think I have any ways to defend against that pawn. So what I am going to do is I am going to go immediately for this move, and one of his knights have to block. Uh, he, he or he will play the move f3, which is a very weakening move. There is one complication. Like even if he plays f3, he can immediately go e4 later when he chases my bishop away, and yeah, okay, so he is pinning his knight, which is generally a good sign for me. So now, can I pressurize this knight even more? Uh, for now, I think I am going to just castle. Or do I have a better move? I don't see any better moves. Yeah, okay, so let's just castle. Let's just keep it simple. And if he can, if I play this move, he will trap my bishop, which is something I do not want. So let's drop back my bishop. Let's drop back my bishop. And let's keep it simple. I am trying to prepare this move e4, e5, and there is generally two defenders on this pawn. So I don't think I have any ways to save this pawn. If I don't take it, he's going to push e5, and I think it's going to get pretty dicey for me. Or is it? Or is it? That's a good question to ask. It is going to blank my bishop, so I think I don't have any other ways but to take this bishop, and if he takes back with his knight, I am going to trade his knights because this opens up the pathway for my bishop, and that's generally a good idea. Okay, now I'm thinking immediately of the sacrifices of this diagonal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce this move. On. This might be a very good time to play this move. F4, F5, chasing this knight away, chasing this bishop away. Yeah, I think I like this move a bit better because you see these types of position in King's Indian defense a lot. Now he has this check on d4 and d5, but I can move my king to h1, h8. Doesn't matter that much. So I am weakening my king a bit, but I think uh, I am going to rotate my knight in this diagonal, something like that, and yeah. Okay, so now what's my plan? I can't play this move e4. He has two attackers. Maybe it was a mistake. Maybe it was a mistake. I don't know. Maybe it was a mistake. So let's play a prophylactic move. Let's play something simple. Let's play something like King h8. Just to take the sting out of this move, right? So now he is not letting me play the pawn fake, which means that I have to look for something else in this position. Which is okay, which is a good idea, which is not a bad idea. So I'm thinking of b4, b5, and then going b6, b4, and then taking on b4. Okay, so he's not letting me play b4. Okay, so I don't want to block out my pin this pawn because he can immediately put pressure on my pawn. Okay, now that this move has opened up for me, I think it is a good idea to play this move. Play this move, knight to f5, so that I can go to c4 and then pressurize this pawn. And if it takes this bishop for my knight, I think I am happy because my bishop is going to be unmatched in this diagonal later. So that's what I'm hoping for. Now I have to worry about this move though, because this is a backwards pawn now. I have not moved it, so I have to somehow make a breaking move in this position. Let's see what my opponent comes up with. He has a lot of time, so I am down quite a bit of time. So I don't know. It's a very random game. It's a very positional game so far. There has not been any crazy tactics, which is something I miss, obviously, because I do love crazy tactics, crazy potential checkmates. But if the position does not allow for that, then, well, can't really do anything, can you? Now, if I go knight to c4 and he takes my knight, I have to take back with my pawn, obviously, to c4. Okay, so he pushes his b4 pawn to b4, and I don't see any other ways. So I am doubling my pawns, and this pawn becomes very weak, but I think I am going to accept this sacrifice because I can definitely protect these pawns with this bishop. Now, this bishop does become a bit blunt, but as Daniel Narodowski says, weak bishops bad bishops protect weak pawns. So, okay. Now, still, this move is not possible because of there's four attackers, four defenders on on this place. Only one defender. So I genuinely have no plans in this position. Um, let's try to undermine his pawn chain on the queen side. Okay. Now he might play this move, d2. I don't actually have any good plans after that move. I think I need to play nice, but let's see. So let's not give him any chance while the iron is still hot. Okay. Let's strike while the iron is hot. Now I need to play a bit faster. I think I'm going to play a bit faster from now on. But okay, so he takes on c4, which is I have to take back. There's no thinking about this move. So let's see what my opponent comes up with. I'm guessing b takes a4 a5. I have to take back with the rook. So let's just remove that. I don't think my opponent can come up with a lot of other ideas, but let's think a bit more. So I don't have the pawn break on c4, c5. I also don't have the pawn break. Okay, okay. So now I think he's going for my bishop, which is an idea. Now if I move here, he's going to push this pawn, and I have to move back. He's going to push the other pawn, and I lose contact with this pawn. So he wins that pawn. So I don't see any other ways but to go for. Now he has this crazy tactic. Okay, so I don't see any other ways to defend against this. This is a problem. I think I made a mistake by putting my knight there. Okay. Whenever I go, I don't see a good move. I think I need to take this knight. Yeah, I don't see any other good moves for me. Maybe not. Maybe just keep the bishop because even if I lose this pawn, I am still getting this diagonal, which is huge for me, right? Which is a huge uh good for me, huge win for me. Because this diagonal is going to be very important for me later on. So let's play this move. Let's develop my queen while I still can. And let's put some pressure on this pawn. Now, admittedly, yes, this pawn is becoming a bit weaker, but I don't know. I don't know. I actually don't have the exact evaluation for this position, but I'm just overprotecting this pawn so that it doesn't get captured. So let's see. Let's see what my opponent comes up with. I could take the knight, but I don't think that my giving up my bishop is such a good idea. Especially, I have pushed all my kingside pawns to light squares, and giving my dark square bishop means that I will have huge weaknesses on my dark squares. Especially if he has a dark square bishop as well. So giving up my knight is not an option, of course. Giving up my bishop is not an option. So um, I don't know. I am thinking, okay, he proposes a queen trade. Am I going to take the queen trade? I don't think I am. I think what I'm going to do, okay, so he can take my bishop. I like it. Okay, that would be a blunder. That would be a blunder. And if he takes back, let's see. This endgame is not good for me. I don't think this endgame is good for me. But okay, let's see. I think pushing this pawn is the only way. I am severing, I guess, creating problems for this side. But I don't know. I don't see any future for this pawn, uh, for this queen. If I trade queens, he's just going to take with his knight, and he's going to put massive pressure on this backwards e pawn. And I don't see a good way to defend this e pawn and take the pick, take a pawn pick, make a pawn pick. I don't see any good ways to do that. Now I am going to pre-move. Okay, that was pretty simple. He took my queen. I have to take back. Now I don't know what would be his next move. He does not have any knight moves except for f3, of course. But I think that would be one of his best moves. Okay, so he does go knight f3, putting immediate pressure over this pawn. I think I am just going to defend my pawn. Should I even care about this pawn? Like, okay, yeah, let's give a fuck about this pawn because I feel like this is going to be okay. Let's put some form of protection around this pawn. Now he can push a5, sorry a4, which will force me to ultimately drop my bishop back on these diagonals, or maybe even in the c diagonal, in c8, or maybe even b7. But in all cases, I think I'm going to be fine because now my d pawn protects my c pawn. So this flank pawn is isolated, but I can easily trade it off. So let's think a bit more. What else does he have in this position? He does not have any bishop moves. I don't think he does have any. Okay, he does have a bishop move. I think he has a bishop move on bishop to g5, immediately putting pressure on this pawn. And problem is, if I try to defend my pawn again with the move rook to a7, then he is going to take on b5. Okay. Now he is trying to double up his rooks. Okay. That's an idea, of course. That's definitely a solid idea. Let's try this. Let's take, and I will deal with his doubling his rooks later. Okay? Let's take while I still have the chance. No, he cannot take back. Okay. So this pawn is now a weakness. I need to try to find a way to attack this weakness. Let's think. Let's think concretely. I don't have any immediate ways to attack this weakness. So let's play this move and let's try to defend everything. Even if he doubles his rook, he can't double his rook now because this chops this pawn. So I think a good idea would be to just specialize these two pawns. And because I defended this pawn with my bishop, he can go bishop to g5 again, try to check off my bishop and try to infiltrate. But okay. So now I think it might be a good idea to. No, I still don't think there is a good idea. I think I think a better plan might be to just. It is a weakness. It is a weakness. Huge weakness. I think a better plan might be to just um, try to push these kingside pawns to knock these bishop off this diagonal, and then I can play e5, timely e5. So he just protects his pawn, which is very nice. Okay, let's play this move. Let's play h5. He does not have any way to attack my h5 pawn, e5 pawn again. So maybe I can go around with my bishop like this. Try to disconnect my bishop. Maybe that's a safer option. I don't know. Maybe that is a safer option. Forcing my bishop to go back, and the moment his knight moves, I am going to take this pawn. I'm going to take this pawn. Now, here's the thing, right? Okay. He just proposes a king trade, um, bishop trade, and I don't think I have any other ways but to accept it. That's a problem. That is a huge problem for me. Okay, yeah. I don't think I am going to. I think I'm going to. If he takes my bishop, I'm going to take back with my king. The reason I'm going to do that is because I am centralizing my king, and I'm willing to accept the risk of my king being in the middle, because you don't really have that much way to attack my king. So that's a really nice way to, I guess, put it. So I'm not going to double my pawns simply because I don't want to trade rooks just yet, and I still don't want to push my e pawn. I haven't moved my e pawn for a long time. So if it does not do anything, I'm not going to do anything either. I'm going to just specialize. I'm going to keep specializing him on this flank pawn. I'm going to cut off his connection of this rook from the flank pawn and try to really initiate this move, which is going to be very passive, right? Very passive. So let's see what my opponent does. Let's see what my opponent does. Um, Now I am a bit worried about night moves because night moves are usually a bit trickier to handle. Okay, yeah. Also, I'm thinking of this move, knight to h5, knight to h4, which is a nice move because um, I can't really take the knight, and you're still pressuring these pawns, and I don't because I'm pink, of course, and I can't take the knight, and you're still pressuring these pawns, and it's a problematic situation, right? So okay, what does this move do? I don't think it does anything. I don't think it does anything. Yeah. Okay. Let's try to cut off this connection from my rook, from my from this pawn. Let's try to win back this pawn. And let's try to induce a move like rook to a1, which looks like a very, very, I don't know, aggressive, passive move, yeah. Now, actually, this e pawn is serving a very good job of defending this d6 square, and the bishop cannot come up on this square, which is a nice win for me. Okay, that is a very high level move. That's a very good move. Now, what does this tell me? This tells me that now I have to switch my plan and try to attack this pawn. I do have this. Now I can, I think, knock off this knight from this board, try to win back this pawn. So I am creating weaknesses after weaknesses, trying to create weaknesses, and I'm hoping that I don't create too many weaknesses that I get checkmated first. I don't know. Uh, Sometimes you have to take some risks. I can't really calculate move 13. Now this knight move is a bit. I would have to say I don't really know what happens after this knight move because it's a very dicey position, right? He is pressuring all these squares. He has these juicy squares. This is a very nice outpost. I don't know. I don't know. I think now does this rook sacrifice on a5 work? I don't think so because I'm just going to be down in exchange. Okay, he finds it. He finds the move. He finds the move. I don't know. I think I'm really low on time. I'm just pushing this e pawn just to see where it goes, and I think um, this move does become a bit of a problem for me. Okay, let's take this. Okay, so I am calculating knight to e5, knight to e6, sorry, knight to e6, and this is a problem. This is a very big problem for me because if he can knock off this rook from this file, from this e file, he is going to win this pawn. That's just straight up what he can do. This is looking a bit tougher than I actually think it is. Okay. Okay, this is just a fork. This is not a good move. So am I going to lose on time? Like really? Okay, no, no, no. This is going to be a blunder. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need to play a bit faster. I need to play a bit faster. I do have this increment which is really helping me, but okay. I need to play a bit faster. I was calculating the move bishop to d8, and after trading rooks, this becomes a fork. This is just a fork, so this doesn't work. Uh, this bishop is covering a lot of squares that I like to go to, and this knight is very annoying. This is just a very problematic knight. Uh, I don't know. I actually don't know what my opponent, what I'm supposed to do, what my opponent is supposed to do. This is just, this is such a very big problematic game that it just creates problems for you. You know, it was a very nice game. It was a very positional game. I think we both played a lot positionally, and he's a much higher rated opponent than me. So I guess I couldn't give myself credit for holding out so long, but it is what it is. You know, like you can't really give yourself credit for these type of situations. You didn't win. It might be a draw. I might even lose if I make a very stupid blunder, like I did yesterday, right? So it's all about being precise. So I am thinking of moving this pawn. Okay, okay, okay. What is he doing? What is he doing? Take, 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 take. Okay, no. I think I'm just going to take because even though I have a bunch of pawns, I think in this position I am ready to sacrifice some materials. Ready to actually take some risks. I genuinely have no idea. Really, I don't. Okay. He goes here. He goes here. Do I have anything else? No, I don't. I don't think so. Do I all have? Okay, okay. I do have this. I do have this really nice move. Okay, that's good. That is good because my bishop is lower rated, lower value than his rook. Okay, okay. So let's see. Let's think. This is such a cramped position, man. I don't want to play this position ever. There is no progress. There is no way to progress. Like this is just way too cramped for anyone and everyone. I think okay. I think I have a way to trap the rook. I think I'm just going to do that. This is just such a cramped position, and I am too out of my reach to actually play this position properly. Now he can get his bishop out. I guess that's a move. But can I knock off this? Am I going for a draw? Is he going to make some progress? Maybe, maybe, maybe not. He's going to push his f pawn. It's a possibility, right? It's a possibility. I don't have any ways to knock this rook off. Okay, okay. You know what? You know what? I am going to play this move. Okay. I'm going to play this move. Try to pressurize this pawn because I don't have any ways to progress and I need to make some progress. Take, 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 take. No, I don't have anything. Okay. Huge problem, man. Take, take. Okay, let's just sack this knight. Let's just sack this knight. I don't know. I am going to probably lose. because he has these two passed pawns, but his rook is just trapped, and I don't think he has enough compensation, and he has any ways to defend against these threats. Right. So first of all, I'm going to take these two pawns because these are flank pawns, and if we can defend these pawns, then I don't have any winning chances. So I am breaking through. I am breaking through. I am making a bit of progress. This is still far from over. This is still far from over, but I now have some fighting chances against this person. So let's do this. Let's just try to solve this problem. He is trying to win back his pawn, win back this pawn, and try to break through in my position. I can't let him do that. Okay, I do have this pass pawn, so I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to push this enough deep into the position so that okay, this this yeah, this is just a blunder. This is a blunder. This is a blunder because now he has this and I don't have any escape square for my rook. This is a blunder. I need to protect my rook with my queen king, which is very problematic. Already very tragic. Okay, this is problematic. This is very problematic. I am holding this out, but still, there's a lot of problems. This is a very tense rook and pawn endgame. This pawn is problematic. This pawn is very weak, and okay, he can pressurize. He can't really pressurize. Okay, I think he might have this move, but it just blunders a rook. Okay. Let's see how my opponent reacts. Let's see how my opponent reacts. Uh, I am going to try to create a fortress with my rook and my bishop, and I'm going to try to push my pawns. I have enough compensation for my bishop, sorry, for my rook. I only have one rook, which is a bit problematic for me, but still, it's holdable. It's a holdable position. Let's see what happens. My opponent can put pressure. Okay, so this obviously he knows what he's doing. Now his king cannot come in here. So maybe probably he's going to physically block his rook, block this rook, right? So that's okay. So I am going to attack this weakness. If he cannot defend this weakness, if he tries to defend this weakness, what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this pawn, and then I'm going to push it even farther. So I think I am winning here. I am winning here. Okay, let's push this pawn. Let's push this faster. Let's push this faster. Now I can't take this pawn. Right now I'm threatening to take this pawn, and if he takes back, I'm going to make a queen. So that's okay. So I think what he has to do is sacrifice my. Okay, so he does not see the tactic. Okay, cool, awesome. It's awesome for me. It's awesome for me. Awesome for me. Okay. Awesome for me. So depending on what he does, I am going to make a new queen. New king. Okay. Okay, okay. So he just gives up his rook, I guess. Okay. Okay, cool. Cool, 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 cool. That was a very good game. That was awesome. I am going to congratulate him. And I think I have beaten my highest rated opponent in a positional game. I pressurized the weak points, and now I just won. So I think it's going to be a very, very instructive game. It was very positional. I don't think we made a lot of blunders. There wasn't any that much blunder in my games. Okay, yeah, there was. There was. Wow. As you can see in the spike, there was a lot of blunders. Wow. Okay, let's start. Let's start. Let's start from watching these moves. So there was some few inaccuracies. Knight c6 is not an accurate move. Yeah, as I said, bishop attacking this pawn would be a better move to pin this knight or maybe even induce this weakness. I don't know, whatever, right? So that was also so yeah, yeah. My problem was that I did not push this e pawn enough, e pawn in the right time, in the right moment. I did not make the pawn break. I should have made it when the knight moved away, so that I can get a dominant position and centralize my knight even more. But I did not do that. I tried to play it too slow, and it created problem for me. As you would see later in the game, my e pawn became my biggest weakness. I had to protect it like multiple times, right? Okay, that was a mistake. Why this was a mistake? Why this was a mistake? I was thinking that this apparently bishop f5 is the best move, but I was thinking that if after this bishop, yes, he is protecting the king, but this pawn is now a weakness, and will probably potentially later can come down and pin this bishop, some sort of nasty things. But maybe after king h1, a prophylactic move. I think white is fine, or black is fine, right? Okay. So he was looking for this pawn break, and he got his pawn break. So I think in the opening phase he won. He won in this opening phase, and again, I should have tried to prepare the move e5. E5. What I did was block my own bishop. That was a mistake. That was a mistake, obviously. So then I had to play very classically. Again, yeah, again, as you can guess, taking this knight would force me to take with my pawn, and this pawn becomes a huge weakness later in the game. So I thought that this was a brilliant idea, but this bishop is actually not doing that much. This bishop is staring at this pawn. It's not really doing much. My knight might have been a bit more useful on this square. Probably if I were to maneuver it somewhere like this. Maybe, I don't know. How can I maneuver it properly? Maybe after pushing these pawns, then maybe after these, and these. Something like that. I don't know. So I went here and he took. I did not have to be so afraid of this move. I was being afraid that if I tried to move my bishop, he would have. Let's show you, right? Let's say I move my bishop here. He would play this move. I would play this move. He would play this move, kicking out my bishop. And I do have this long diagonal, but gets my pawn. And this pawn is now a huge liability, right? He has this massive four pawn cluster on the queen side. So that's just a problem for me. So he proposes a queen trade, which is apparently not the best move. This allows me to basically make my pawn structure very good. Now, this was a mistake, obviously. Not obviously, it's not obvious, because as you can see, he is pressuring this pawn, but he did not address this threat, right? Which is, I can take this pawn, and this becomes a weakness. The group cannot leave the protection of this pawn, right? As you can see later in the game, this pawn becomes a huge weakness. Okay. This is a threat. This is a blunder. Why this is a blunder? Okay, again, I did not protect this pawn. Maybe. Plus 3, okay. Apparently he was plus 3, and he threw that away. Now it became a very equal endgame. I thought this was a very brilliant move, but as it looks like, as it looks like he just gets a pass pawn, and his pass pawn is very strong for me to protect against, right? This is problematic. I don't have any sufficient ways to defend against it. Like I have to give back by rule. This is just devastating, right? Okay, so I did not get this idea. He did not either. So I guess that's a win. Okay, so I was calculating this, but after this, I thought my pawns become very weak, and this check forces my king back, and this bishop becomes unprotected. So I did not want it to go for this line. Sorry. I also was considering this move, which probably is not a good move. Yeah, because he can just block my attack, right? So taking this knight was a big mistake. Maybe the idea was to create imbalances because after this move, yes, I do have an isolated pawn, but what can the king do, right? What can the king do that much? Can't really do much. So then it was all a big shuffling, and as you can see, there was a lot of blunders. Wow, there was a lot of blunders. Let's see. That was shuffles. Okay. That was a blunder. Why that was a blunder? If this was the best move, if let's see if this was the best move. It was the best move. Wow. I found this really nice sacrifice, which is really nice. Wow. What? That was a blunder? Oh my goodness, okay. So he would needed to go here, and I don't have any way to break through now. Because my rook cannot come here, obviously. And if my rook tries to come in here, okay. See how crazy engines can think? Like, you can see obvious reaction of this pawn hanging, with which he try to protect this pawn, but he can immediately protect this pawn by offering a rook trade. Wow, this is just ridiculous. Okay, so this is also a blunder. Why is this a blunder? Also, again, I created a pass pawn, so the idea is to obviously push my pass pawn, try to take my pawn, something like that, right? But I try to play it more solidly, positionally. But okay. So overall, I would say that my position. Okay, this was a blunder. This was a blunder. Why this was a blunder? Again, I didn't need to go here. I could have just gone here. Try to later, as you can see, I actually went there, right? Trying to chase back my. Again, as I said, the best move in this position, remember, to physically block my pawn and physically block the infiltration of my rook. Uh, Instead, he did not do that. Okay, I thought that was a very nice idea. Definitely, this is not. What's the best move in this position? What's the best move? I don't see this move. Okay, let's try. Let's try asking. Okay, giving this check and what? Oh yeah, trying to get a queen. Okay, alright. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Alright. I guess that was a really nice instructive game, and the final mistake, of course, Blanda was his not moving his rook and then he just resigned. So that was a very instructional game, and I think as you can see, I would say end games are really, really very tricky to play. One move can cost your whole game. And it's just all about pressuring until your opponent breaks. So that was a nice game. Thank you so much for watching.